Expeditions Pro is an app which enables you as a user to bring it to view a range of virtual tours, but you can also actually set up a class and actually bring a class on a virtual tour by you, which you will guide them through the tour, which is a very, very useful tool to use if you want to have a better idea of what exactly the students are looking at when they're on their virtual tour. So using a class functionality like this, it is great to actually give the students the time to actually explore the virtual tour independently, and then refocus the group and actually draw their attentions to specific areas that you want them to look at. So just want to take a look at some of the expeditions that are there. So Google Expeditions was a platform that was used for a lot of people, where they were actually uploading virtual tours to, and there was a lot of content there. Unfortunately, that's no longer functioning, and this is the app which a lot of people have actually migrated their content to. So this app is definitely in a work in progress, and over time this is probably a space where a lot of people will be adding more content to. So it is really important just to be aware of the fact that this is a free app which anyone is able to actually upload content to. So it is important that teachers use their own professional judgment when they're actually looking at any of these tours to ensure the content does actually match their educational intentions, and the information on it is fact checked, and you're comfortable that the information that's being told on this actually is accurate and correct. So just taking a look at it there now. At the moment, we have a range of different categories that we can actually look at. So if you are looking for projects that would fit under the theme of architecture, food and drink, history, nature and so on, there's a huge range of different resources that are there available to you to take a look at. If, for example, there is, so that's in the discovery section. In the browse section there as well, as that is, the browse and the discover section really do work in the exact same way. Once you find a project that you like, and you choose the option to view it, this will become, and it will be downloaded in your tours space. Just be mindful of the fact is that as you download these tours, these will actually take up some memory on your device. So it is important that if there are tours there that you don't particularly want to use, just remove the tour from your device, just to keep it, to make sure that you're not actually using your storage all of the time in this space. So a tour that I found that I thought you might like, just to give you an idea, is this tour. It's astronomy. As you can see, there's 8 different scenes in it. So I was going to take a look at it. I have different ways that I can actually view this tour. I can view this tour. I'm looking at this on a tablet at the moment. So I'm just going to see this as if I was, the movement around my screen will be by touch as I touch my screen and move it around. You see there's an option here to see this as if I'm wearing a headset. So if I choose the option to view as a headset, this is going to work off the idea of head tracking. So I am actually lifting up my device as if I am lifting up my head. So this is now as if I was engaging in this with a virtual world, I would actually have to tilt this. You can see here at the moment that it's giving me the idea there at that point that there's information there, and now I can see some text information to read at that point. Then I can say, okay, so it's pointing me again back to where it is I want to go. If I want to keep on looking around my scene, I can keep on navigating further. At this point, I will actually be standing up and actually turning around and actually looking at the different points of my screen. Once again, I pointed at my next point and it's giving my information about my next scene. So at the moment, I am actually standing up and I'm actually turning in circles to actually engage with this piece as if I was actually wearing a headset. To exit that now, so that would give you the full feeling if you're wearing VR headset when watching it. If I choose the VR tour option here, this is where I'm going to view it now, just touching it on my iPad, and I can actually navigate it in this way. So it's a very different, you're seeing the same content but in non-immersive way. So I can just click on each point and I will get the information which I will see in this section here. So if I click on, say, the Milky Way here, this will bring me to that section, the moon, and so on. So I can actually guide it myself to see what I want to see. If I swipe over to the right, then I can see my next section here, which is about the universe. If I click on play, it'll change my scene, and now once again I can actually just rotate it. If I was wearing my headset, I would actually be rotating around my scene, and so on. So just to see if this is I am happy with this. and I decide, just I'd like to guide my class or my group through this tour. If I click on this symbol here, which looks like a Wi-Fi symbol, this is now actually allowing me to actually invite people to join my class. So for people to join my class, the guide code at the top right hand corner, this is the guide code that they will enter to follow. Once the participants follow my group, my 1583, we all must be connected on the same Wi-Fi for this to be enabled. The torsos you see here, these represent the number of people who are actually in this tour with me at the moment. So I will be able to then guide my class around this world, around my virtual world, inviting the students to look at certain sections. As the users enter this space, I will see dots which will represent each of the people. So I can see very clearly if everybody in my group is pointing at the same area. If I want everybody in my group to look at, for example, the moon, if they are not looking at the moon when I've pointed them towards that, an arrow will appear on their screen pointing their direction to inform them to look at that space. So it does give that extra guidance piece that you have to your students in this space. An extra feature here is an annotate feature. So you actually have an annotation feature here that you could actually annotate on the screen, and this will be visible to all of your users as well, that they will be able to see those annotations that you have created on the screen. So that is a very brief overview to give you of how the Expeditions Pro tour functionality works. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a watch this space. If you as a school decide you want to create your own 360 tours, you can actually create your own content and upload to this space so that it can actually be used by other schools and other users to learn more about this. So that is just another feature for you to explore.